Can you solve all these Class 10 Science Chapter 6 Life Processes questions? Amylase works on? Well picked. Starch is correct. All producers show? Nice selection. Autotrophic nutrition is correct. Bile is produced in. Bravo! Liver is the answer. Lipase acts on dash. Nicely done. Fats is solid. Digestion starts from. Smart move. Buccal cavity is accurate answer. ZA compilation gains. Great job. C6 to 6 and O2 is accurate. Left side of heart has. Nice work. Deoxygenated blood fits perfectly. Huxley is secreted by dash. Strong choice. Gastric gland is right. Photosynthesis is a dash. Sharp thinking. Photochemical process is right. Pulmonary vein opens at. Great thinking. Left auricle is right. Diabetic people need to. Correct. Reduce water intake is spot on. Bile juice is secreted by. You're right. Liver is correct. Bile juice is released by. Well done. Liver is right. Lymph does not comprise of. Correct response. Red blood corpuscles is accurate. Main site of photosynthesis. Excellent. Chloroplast is well reasoned. Examples of actions of life. Exactly. High insertion of all makes sense. Name the fluid part of blood. Smart pick. Plasma is correct. Guard cells are usually dash. On track. Kidney-shaped is correct. The word pseudopodia means. Good thinking. False foot is right. Pancreas pour secretions into. Perfect. Duodenum is the one. The color of blood plasma is. Right choice. Pale yellow is best. Who is the emulsifying action? Valid point. Clay is true. Digestion of starch starts from. Right again. Moth is valid. The mode of nutrition in Cuscuta. You chose parasitic? Correct. Saliva contains the enzyme named. Clear logic. Amylase is sound. Oxygenated blood reaches heart by. Excellent choice. Pulmonary vein is right. In plants, respiration takes place. Good job. During day and night works well. Where are proteins first digested? Well reasoned. Large intestine is correct. In amoeba, food is digested in the. You got it. Vacuole food fits. Plants need dash for photosynthesis. Solid response. Carbon dioxide is valid. Blood consists of what fluid medium? Great job. Plasma is accurate. The exchange of gases occurs in dash. Solid response. Alveoli is valid. Which respiration is much efficient? Smart move. Aerobic is accurate answer. One cell thick vessels are called eye. You got it. Capillaries fits. Oxygen binds to which pigment in RBC? Nice work. Hemoglobin fits perfectly. Earthworms breathe through their dash. Excellent. Skin is well reasoned. Crocodiles have dash chambered heart. On track. 4 is correct.
Digestion of food in amoeba occurs in.
Smart pick. Food vacuole is correct. How many boxes of the human heart are? Clear logic. 4 is sound. Humans have how many chambers in heart? Good thinking. 4 is right. Which action occurs during inhalation? Exactly. Ribcage upwards makes sense. Normal systolic pressure in humans is? Well done. 120 mg is right. Passage of inhaled air in human beings. Strong choice. Nostril, pharynx, larynx. Trachea, bronchioles, alveoli is right. The correct path in urine formation is? Nicely done. Kidney, ureter, bladder, urethra is solid. In amoeba, ammonia is excreted through? Sharp thinking. Contractile vacuole is right. Dash artery carries deoxygenated blood? Well reasoned. Pulmonary is correct. Respiratory pigment in human body is eye. Good job. Hemoglobin works well. Chamber of the heart with thickest wall. Correct response. Left ventricle is accurate. Digestion of food in humans starts from? Excellent choice. Mouth is right. The human respiratory system exists in? Well picked. Thoracic cavity is correct. Which organisms perform photosynthesis? Bravo. Only autotrophs is the answer. What is the mode of nutrition in fungi? Correct. Saprophytic is spot on. The metal ion present in hemoglobin is? You're right. Phi is correct. The functional unit of the lungs is the? Nice selection. Alveoli is correct. Teeth are covered with a thin coating of? Perfect. Enamel is the one. The mode of nutrition found in fungi is? Valid point. Saprotrophic nutrition is true. Which one is one cell thick blood vessel? Right choice. Capillaries is best. Anazyme that turns starch in simple sugar. Right again. Amylase is valid. How many types of respiration are there? You chose 2, correct? Dash is the final product of glycolysis. Great thinking. Pyruvic acid is right. Which of the following are energy foods? Bravo. Carbohydrates and fats is the answer. Organisms are made of at least 2 cells. Good job. Multicellular works well. The movement of food in phloem is called? Well reasoned. Translocation is correct. First enzyme that gets mixed with food is? Strong choice. Salivary amylase is right. The form of energy used in respiration is? Valid point. Chemical energy is true. The autotrophic mode of nutrition requires? On track. All of the above is correct. Pancreatic juice helps in the digestion of? Smart pick. Proteins, carbohydrates, and fats is correct. Glomerulus and Bowman's capsule constitute? You chose Malpighian capsule, correct? proteins after digestion are converted into?
Excellent choice. Amino acids is right. The cells utilize glucose to produce energy. You got it. Respiration fits. The green pigment used in photosynthesis is. Well done. Chlorophyll is right. Saliva in the mouth converts dash into dash. Solid response. Starch, maltose is valid. The site of photosynthesis in plant cell is. Great job. Chloroplast is accurate. The respiratory pigment in human beings is. Excellent. Hemoglobin is well reasoned. How many chambers does a frog's heart have? Exactly. 3 makes sense. The largest artery in the human body is dash. Nice selection. Aorta is correct. When do plants do most of their respiration? Smart move. Nighttime is accurate answer. The difference between living and dishonesty. Right again. The axe of life is valid. Instrument used to measure blood pressure is. Nice work. Sphygmomanometer fits perfectly. Which of these is the simplest form of food? Right choice. Glucose is best. The kidneys in human beings are part of dash. Sharp thinking. Excretion is right. The only reptile having 4-chambered heart is. Correct. Crocodile is spot on. What is the final product of photosynthesis? You're right. Starch is correct. What type of nutrition is followed by amoeba? Good thinking. Holozoic is right. What are the raw materials of photosynthesis? Correct response. Carbon dioxide and water is accurate. Raw material participating in the compilation. Great thinking. Kutu and toe is right. Amoeba captures its food with the help of dash. Well picked. Pseudopodia is correct.
Where is the dirty blood in our body filtered?
Nicely done. Kidneys is solid. Nephrons pour their excretory products in dash. Clear logic. Collecting tubules is sound. Food prepared in leaves is translocated by the. Perfect. Phlegm is the one. The filtration unit of kidneys are called dash.
Strong choice. Nephron is right.
Glycolysis takes place in the dash of the cell. You got it? Cytoplasm fits. Amaba belongs to which group of microorganisms? Well reasoned. Protozoa is correct. Which of the following enzymes digests proteins? Nicely done. Trypsin is solid. The bloodstream brings oxygen and food to cells. Bravo, circulation is the answer. Diastolic pressure of a healthy adult human being. Nice work, 80 Mamavici fits perfectly. Chloroplasts are present in the dash of the leaf. Perfect. Palisade parenchyma is the one. Conduction of water in plants mainly occur through. Right again. Trechides is valid. It is the site of gaseous exchange in human lungs. Excellent. Alveoli is well reasoned. Waste products are eliminated during perspiration. You chose excretion. Correct. A blood vessel which carries blood back to heart is? Well picked. Vein is correct. The cellular energy reserves in autotrophs are dash.
Clear logic. Glycogen is sound.
The site of photosynthesis in the cells of a leaf is? Valid point. Chloroplast is true. The exit of unabsorbed food material is regulated by?
Smart pick. Anal sphincter is correct.
Which of the following is a product of fermentation?
Smart move. Ethanol is accurate answer.
Blood is pumped from the heart to the entire body by?
On track. Arta is correct.
Which of the following is achieved by utilizing app?
Excellent choice. Transport of food is right.
In which part of the heart does the aorta originate? Good thinking. Left ventricle is right. The dash is the most photosynthetic part of a plant. Well done. Leaf is right.
Green plants develop their diet through this process. Right choice. ZI compilation is best.
Temporary finger-like extensions on a moeba are called? Correct response. Pseudopodia is accurate. Blood vessel carry blood from lungs to heart through?
Sharp thinking. Pulmonary vein is right.
Which blood vessel carries blood away from the heart? Exactly. Artery makes sense. Nitrogenous waste are formed by the breakdown of dash. Solid response. Amino acids is valid. Carbohydrates in the plants are stored in the form of? You're right. Starch is correct. The chamber of heart that pumps blood to various organs.
Great job. Ventricles is accurate.
How many pairs of salivary glands are found in humans? Good job. 3 works well. In humans, right auricle receives dash blood from dash. Nice selection. Deoxygenated vena cava is correct. What prevents the backflow of blood in heart chambers? Great thinking. Valves is right. The pancreatic juice doesn't contain following enzymes. Correct. Tyalin is spot on. Which is not a respiratory structure found in animals? Well reasoned. 4 is correct. Which vein brings back clean blood from lungs to heart?
Right choice. Pulmonary vein is best.
The only artery which carries deoxygenated blood is A. Valid point. Pulmonary artery is true. The heart chamber having the thickest muscular wall is? Great job. Left ventricle is accurate. Contraction in the right ventricle pumps blood into the? You chose pulmonary artery. Correct. Which of the following are not filtered by the nephron?
Sharp thinking. Starch is right.
Pericardium is the protective membrane outside the dash. Well done. Heart is right. A person sweats to keep body temperature at a safe level. Nice selection. Homeostasis is correct. Chlorophyll is mainly located in which part of the plant? Correct response. Green leaf is accurate. During respiration, exchange of gases takes place in dash. Excellent. Alveoli of lungs is well reasoned.
Name the layer that protects the stomach cells from acid.
Good thinking. Mucus is right. Herbivores have longer small intestine than a carnivore.
On track. True is correct. How many circuits are there in human circulatory system?
Clear logic. 2. Where in the cell does anaerobic respiration take place? Smart pick. Mitochondria is correct.
Drains that take blood to different organs from the heart.
You got it. Artery fits.
Which of the following organisms have single circulation?
You're right. Fishes is correct. The extracellular fluid released from the capillaries is right again. Lymph is valid. Chlorophyll has a porphyrin ring with dash at the center. Well picked. Magnesium is correct.
What are the temporary projections made in amoeba called?
Excellent choice. Pseudopodia is right. Which out of them is the raw material for photosynthesis? Exactly. All of the above makes sense. Name the tissue in a leaf where plastids are present dash. Bravo. Mesophyll is the answer. How are heterotrophs classified based on mode of feeding? Strong choice. All of the above is right. One of the following is not an enzyme of digestive system. Nice work. Enterogastron fits perfectly. Which of the following is not necessary for photosynthesis? Good job. Oxygen works well. The correct order of steps in nutrition in human beings is correct. Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion is spot on. A flap of tissue that prevents blood from flowing backward. Great thinking. Valve is right.
Villi present on the internal wall of intestine help in the
Solid response. Absorption of digested food is valid.
the valve present between right atrium and right ventricle.
Perfect. Tricuspid is the one.
Raw materials used in the autotrophic mode of nutrition is
Nicely done. Carbon dioxide, water is solid.
the mode of nutrition found in fungi is parasitic nutrition.
Smart move. False is accurate answer. Chlorophyll pigment is located in which organelle of a cell? Well done. Chloroplast is right. Excess glucose is stored in the form of glycogen in the dash. Smart pick. Liver is correct. The enzymes pepsin and trypsin are secreted respectively by. Good job. Stomach and pancreas works well. The blood vessels that carry blood back to the heart is dash. Clear logic. Vein is sound.
Which part of alimentary canal receives bile from the liver?
Strong choice. Small intestine is right.
Dash is the force of blood on the walls of the blood vessels.
Good thinking. Blood pressure is right. Epiglottis is the structure that opens or closes the trachea.
Exactly. True makes sense.
The excretory unit of the human excretory system is known as. Smart move. Nephron is accurate answer. Exchange of gases in the body cells occurs in the bronchioles. You got it. False fits.
In anaerobic respiration, the amount of AP produced overall is.
Excellent choice. 30 APAP is right. In which part of the alimentary canal food is finally digested? Bravo. Small intestine is the answer.
What is the name for an organism that can produce its own food?
Correct. Autotroph is spot on.
The process of conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid occurs in.
Correct response. Cytoplasm is accurate.
7th, name a circulatory fluid in the human body other than blood. Right again, lymph is valid. Which of these parts is not part of the human system extraction?
You're right. Vinikiva is correct. Name the tube which connects the kidneys to the urinary bladder. Perfect. Ureter is the one. Which part of the alimentary canal will absorb the digested food?
Right choice. Small intestine is best. What is the ultimate original source of energy for living things?
Well picked. Sun is correct. Apart from the plant, which microorganism also do photosynthesis? Nice work. Algae and cyanobacteria fits perfectly.
Which of the following is not related to vegetative propagation?
You chose seed. Correct. The main nitrogen containing waste excreted in urine by humans is. Valid point. Urea is true.
What is the pigment in chloroplasts that performs photosynthesis?
Solid response. Chlorophyll is valid.
The part where the exchange of gases occurs during respiration is. Nice selection. Alveoli and capillaries is correct.
The process of throwing out of undigested food in amoeba is called.
Sharp thinking. Egestion is right.
Which is the first enzyme to mix with food in the digestive tract?
Well reasoned. Amylase is correct.
The process by which food is changed into a form the body can use.
Great thinking. Digestion is right.
The substance in plants and animals that act as an energy currency.
Nicely done. ATP is solid.
What is the basic unit of structure and function in a living thing?
On track. A cell is correct.
When air is blown through lime water, it turns milky because of dash.
Excellent. Carbon dioxide is well reasoned.
Pyruvic acid is converted to lactic acid in the dash of muscle cells.
Great job. Cytoplasm is accurate.
The enzymes contained in pancreatic juices help in the digestion of.
Strong choice. Proteins, fats, and carbohydrates is right.
Name the vessel carrying deoxygenated blood from body parts to heart.
Right choice. Pulmonary artery is best.
What are the two gases that animals exchange with their surrounding?
Valid point. Carbon dioxide and oxygen is true.
During deficiency of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into lactic acid in.
Excellent choice. Cytoplasm is right.
Roots of the plants absorb water from the soil through the process of.
Correct. Osmosis is spot on.
In which part of the alimentary canal does digestion of protein begin?
Good job. Stomach works well.
blood vessel which carries the blood from the heart to the entire body. Smart move. Artery is accurate answer. In tissues of human beings, glucose is converted into pyruvic acid in the... Well, Pikit. Cytoplasm is correct. The vein which brings clean blood from the lungs into the heart is known as... Right again. Pulmonary vein is valid. Which plant tissue transports water and minerals from the roots to the leaf? Nice selection. Xylem is correct. To be discharged in the form of a stream of water from the leaves of the plant. Well reasoned. Syrian action is correct. The continuous contractions and relaxations of the digestive organs is called... Well done. Peristalsis is right. Clusters of tiny air sacs that allow the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. You got it? Alveoli fits. The process that involves oxidation of food to release energy is known as DASH. Good thinking. Respiration is right. What is the main function of the small intestine in the human digestive system? Nicely done. Absorption of nutrients is solid. Arteries and veins are connected by a network of extremely narrow tubes called... Exactly. Capillaries make sense. The contraction and expansion movement of the walls of the food pipe is called... Perfect. Peristaltic movement is the one... Choose the form in which most of the plants absorb nitrogen from the atmosphere. Clear logic. Nitrates and nitrites is sound. Which part of the plant takes in carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis? Great thinking. Stomata is right. Name the pores in a leaf through which respiratory exchange of gases takes place. You chose stomata? Correct. In which group of the organisms the food material is broken down outside the body? Bravo. Yeast, mushroom, bread mold is the answer. The breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water and energy takes place in... You're right. Mitochondria is correct. The breakdown of pyruvate into carbon dioxide, energy, and water takes place in DASH. Correct response. Mitochondria is accurate. The lamina is broad to increase surface area for maximum absorption of light energy. Sharp thinking. True is right. From which structure the free oxygen gas produced during photosynthesis is released? Nice work. Stomata fits perfectly. What are released from white blood cells in order to protect the body from pathogens? Smart pick. Antibodies is correct. The process of obtaining food to meet the energy demands of the body is known as DASH. On track? Nutrition is correct. The process of formation of ammonia in the liver from excess of amino acids is called... Excellent. Demonation is well reasoned. Muscular structure that helps to expand and contract the lungs, forcing air in and out. Great job. Diaphragm is accurate. Name the tissue responsible for the transportation of sugar and amino acids in plants. Solid response. Phlegm is valid. Kind of nutrition in which the organisms
feed on dead and decaying organic matter is dash.
Solid response. Saprophytic is valid.
Process where food is broken down to release chemical energy. Occurs in the mitochondria.
Correct response. Cellular respiration is accurate.
What is the main force in the plant that is responsible for the upward movement of water?
Perfect. Transpiration pull is the one. The human body produces hormones, vitamins, proteins, enzymes, etc. to keep it functioning. Nice selection. Metabolism is correct. The procedure used for cleaning the blood of a person by separating urea from it is called. Excellent. Dialysis is well reasoned. Which of the following structures is involved in gaseous exchange in woody stem of a plant? Bravo, guard cell is the answer. Which among the following is necessary to carry out the blood coagulation in a cut or wound? Right choice. Platelets is best.
In unicellular organisms like amoeba, gaseous exchange takes place through the process of dash.
Clear logic. Diffusion is sound. In plants, which process is responsible for the movement of water from the roots to the leaves? Nice work. Transpiration fits perfectly.
Air that deliver from bronchioles are exchanged here. It is tiny air sacs and looks like grape.
Well picked. Alveolus is correct. Aerobic respiration is different from anaerobic respiration in that aerobic respiration needs dash. On track. Oxygen is correct. Which cell organelle is involved in breakdown of glucose to produce energy for metabolic activities? Excellent choice. Mitochondria is right. Scientists discovered and classified animals into two groups, which is vertebrates and invertebrates. Correct. True is spot on. What is called the process of intake of nutrients and utilization for growth and development dash? Good job. Nutrition works well. What causes the narrowing of blood vessels due to fatty deposits on the inside of the blood vessel? Great thinking. Atherosclerosis is right. Numerous small openings are observed under the lower surface of a leaf through a magnifying lens. Smart move. Stomata is accurate answer. Which process in the human body is primarily responsible for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide? Sharp thinking. Respiration is right. In which of the following groups of organisms, food material is broken down outside the body and absorbed? Nicely done. Yeast, mushroom, bread mold is solid. Sometimes we get painful cramps in our leg muscles after running for a long time due to the accumulation of. Exactly. Lactic acid makes sense. Among the following, choose the correct option, which includes the organisms that have a holozoic mode of nutrition. You're right. Parakeet and amoeba is correct.
The inner lining of the stomach is protected by one of the following from hydrochloric acid.
Choose the correct one. You got it. Mucus fits. Which of the following is responsible for the transport of water and minerals from roots to aerial parts of the plant? Great job. Xylem is accurate.
In which mode of nutrition an organism derives its food from the body of another living organism without killing it.
Well reasoned. Parasitic nutrition is correct.
When air is blown from mouth into a test tube containing lime water, the lime water turned milky due to the presence of.
Right again. Carbon dioxide is valid. Which of the following help in protecting the inner lining of the stomach from the harmful effect of hydrochloric acid? Or
Strong choice. Mucus is right.
Which among the following procedures is used for cleaning the blood of a person by separating the waste substance from it?
Good thinking. Dialysis is right.
Name the name of the identity.
Well done. Panic is right.
identify the method of reproduction.
You chose fragmentation. Correct.
An enzyme X that converts starch to simple sugars is also the first enzyme to mix with food in the digestive tract. Identify X.
Smart pick. Amylase is correct.
Why do plants conduct photosynthesis?
Valid point. To make glucose is true.
What action does this picture belong to?
Strong choice. Breathing is right.
This organelle could likely be found in
Sharp thinking. Plant and animal cells is right.
from heart oxygenated blood is carried by
Smart pick. Order is correct.
which of the following is not a digestive enzyme contained in the pancreatic juice? I. Lipaceae, hydrochloric acidia, mucusive, trypsin.
Great job. INE is accurate.
Which life process is shown in the picture?
On track. Growth is correct.
Letter I represents which part of the nephron?
Right again. Collecting duct is valid.
The basic functional unit of human kidney is
Nicely done. Nephron is solid.
When a few drops of iodine solution are added to rice water, the solution turns blue-black in color. This indicates that rice water contains
Perfect. Starch is the one. Which side has a high concentration of molecules?
Bravo. Right is the answer.
This picture shows about life processes. Yes or no?
Smart move. Yes is accurate answer.
in the cardiac cycle, diasystole is myocardial dash.
Good job. Relaxation works well.
The physical and chemical breakdown of food is called
Well picked. Digestion is correct.
The trachea divides into two smaller tubes called dash.
You chose bronchi. Correct.
Your heart, liver, and lungs are protected by what bones?
correct response. Sternum and ribs is accurate.
8. Which part of nephron allows the selective reabsorption of useful substances like glucose, amino acids, salts, and water into the blood capillaries?
Well reasoned. Tubule is correct.
Which of the following is not the part of alimentary canal?
Correct. Kidney is spot on.
When you breathe, your lungs take in dash and release dash.
Good thinking. Oxygen, carbon dioxide is right.
In which of the experiments below shows the importance of code 2?
Exactly. Bell jar experiment makes sense.
What part of the heart delivers richly oxygenated blood to the body? Great thinking. Orta is right. Temnandred movement of the synthesized products from the leaves to the roots and other parts of a plant's body takes place through the phloem. This process is known as.
You're right. Translocation is correct.
Which organelle is responsible making food using sunlight?
Nice selection. Chloroplast is correct. Place the pathway of blood through the heart in the correct sequence.
Excellent choice. IJTCF HBGEKL is right. Diagram shows a model of human respiratory system. K represents dash. Nice work. Diaphragm fits perfectly.
In which organelle does photosynthesis take place?
Excellent. Chloroplast is well reasoned. Which blood vessel carries blood from the heart to the lungs to receive oxygen?
You got it. Pulmonary artery fits. The process of diffusion of solvent particles from the region of less solute concentration to a region of high solute concentration through semi-permeable membrane is known as.
Clear logic. Osmosis is sound.
The list shows 4 metabolic processes. Which of these processes occur in muscles? Valid point. C3 and 4 is true.
Living things need air to breathe. Which characteristics related to this statement?
Well done. Respiration is right.
Which of the following is correct? The role of nasal cavity in human respiratory system filtration of inhaled air. Removal of germs and dust. Moistening of the inhaled air.
Right choice. And is best.
What amoeba structure is a finger-like projection of the cell membrane used for movement and obtaining food?
Solid response. Pseudopod is valid.
Animals don't produce their own food. They can eat meat and plant. What is the category of animal that only eat plants?
Good job. Herbivore works well.
The diagram shows the arrangement of cells inside the leaf of a green plant. Which cells normally contain chloroplasts?
Great thinking. D2 and 4 is right.
The levels of organization in an organism from largest to smallest are atoms, elements, molecules, compounds, cells, tissues, organs, and organ system.
Well reasoned. False is correct.
Which of the following statements is correct? All green plants can prepare their own food. Most animals are autotrophs. Carbon dioxide is not required for photosynthesis. Oxygen is liberated during photosynthesis. Choose the correct answer from the options below.
Solid response. And is valid. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Excellent. Contact Narayan Chengdar on Facebook is well reasoned.